Okay, hello guys, and welcome to a brand new Peach podcast. It's been 3 years since we last did one. Man, it doesn't feel like it's been 3 years, but it has. I have Lesul here with me.
Hello, I'm here to showcase my game that I made, that I've been making all these, not 3 years, I made this in like 1 week actually.
But this has been something we talked a bit.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive like for 1 week actually. But yeah, it wasn't that difficult to be honest. Especially because of AI. But anyway, I guess that is the intro. I ruined it. But
no, it's good. Just like introduce me. I can tell it's based on Unova, like Gen 5 Pokemon mixed with it was Final Fantasy, right?
Yeah. Final Fantasy is the job task system, especially of Final Fantasy 5. And I took a little bit of creative liberties. But anyway, so I made like my Pokemon-like interpretation of Final Fantasy, and I want to showcase it because in my view, this is how Final Fantasy could be fixed for the sequels, right? Because Final Fantasy 16 was basically an action game, which was like the Devil May Cry, and it sucked, and I already criticized that game in my tier list. I wanted to make a system that would work better for Final Fantasy 17, right? If they were to adopt a system like this, not exactly the graphics or the looks of it or anything like that. Actually, the look that I am thinking that Final Fantasy 17 should have is more like that game, that recent game that won a lot of awards recently, which was Expedition 33. You know, Claire Obscure Expedition 33. It looks really good, and it has a tiered, a three-party battle system to its RPG system, and it is turn-based and everything, right? I would like it to be something like that, but with this kind of elemental system that Pokemon has, because the elemental system of Pokemon is really freaking complex, right? Yeah.
The elemental charts, you know, if you want to go like deeper into it, when I look at this through the lens of like Pokemon, I think there's like too few types that like interact with each other. Most of them only has like they're only strong against one thing and then weak against one.
It's very simple, yeah.
Yeah. So is that what you mean, where you kind of like want to increase like complexity? What you feel like?
The thing is, the number of interactions though in Pokemon, it is also what makes a lot of types really bad. For example, fire is not that good in Pokemon, but
fire is really good.
No, defensively.
Yeah, defensively and offensively. Fire is
because of the introduction of fairy, right? But it sucked for most of the time in Pokemon. It sucked actually. The point is like most of the elemental interactions of what I did are science based. For example, I did a little bit of superficial, obviously, research, and they say, for example, in chemistry, they say that water goes into acid, right? When you're trying to dilute acid, you know, corrosiveness in chemistry, right? You put water over it little by little. But if you put acid into water, it's very risky because it's going to bubble up and explode and everything, right? So that interaction is science-based, basically. That's why water does not beat acid, because water, it's bad to put water into acid, but it's good to put acid into water to dilute it, right? Little by little and everything. So I made an interaction based on science, for example. Then blood beats normal because I have a lot of reason for that, right? Remember what I told you about the mimics and everything, about the Philians and everything? You probably don't remember. Because humanity in my world, in this world that fictional world that I, conceptualized. Yeah. Because humanity doesn't exist, what they really are is a blood mimic, basically. It's a blood mimic that took the shape of humans by fucking chance. By chance, they took that form.
Okay.
So anyway, so because blood is the true form of that life form, it beats normal, right? It is the norm, is the humans, the regular humans. Blood beats normal, and also the more fascinating new elements that I added were inspired by Remnant of the Ashes, that game. Radiation, I did a little bit of research, superficial research on radiation, and basically what radiation is just for sake of simplicity, is thicker light, a thicker wavelength, basically. So it's basically the same as light, which is why light resists radiation, and vice versa, right? But this would be like the dragon type, by the way. It is a type that is really strong and resists a lot of things. I don't know why I left the resistance to water though, because that can also be used to cool it off. But yeah, maybe I modified that later. I guess I left it because Dragon was already resistant to water, and it also beats electricity because of the way the radiation, radiation waves, radiation rays, gamma rays, whatever the hell, interact with electric grids, right? They shoot them off and everything. So
yeah, and also if it's supposed to be like the Dragon equivalent, I think it is good for it to have a lot of resistances. So even if, let's say, water doesn't make sense, still, it's like a magical radiation, whatever.
It makes sense in a video game context because it's an end game element, basically. That's the elemental system. It's somewhat simplistic, but there it is. The freaking sprites are not yet super well made. Okay, they are different for the opponent and your ally when you have them on your side. But here they are. Basically, so I put elemental weaknesses and how do you call it, and resistances to the classes, because I think that this is something that Final Fantasy should have with its job system, because they have more than freaking 34 job classes, I think, and they could make a system like Pokemon, right? And it will work really well because this makes strategizing very fun in turn-based RPGs. So anyway, the White Mage naturally is light type. The light type in this ROM hack that I'm showcasing is based on the Fairy type, for obvious reasons. Okay, yeah. I don't even have to explain that. Yeah. The Black Mage I already explained. It is the offensive elementalist. So it has Thunder. It can buff itself. It has a Blizzard, Fusion Flare. There's a spell called Flare in the Final Fantasy, and this is the strongest fire type spell. It started as a neutral spell, but I made it fire because the name with the name it makes sense. Flare, Flare is fire. So anyway, this is the offensive elementalist. The Time Mage. This is a more interesting type. It can use meteors, and meteor is an endgame spell. It's extremely freaking strong in Final Fantasy. This is essentially how do you call it?
Draco Meteor.
Draco Meteor. Yeah, exactly. You knew because of the accuracy and the power, I think.
Yeah, and the lower special attack.
Yeah, exactly. And Hastega is basically Tailwind in Pokemon because what Hastega in Final Fantasy does is buffing all the speed of all the party, right? It's a really good endgame spell for Final Fantasy. For 4 turns, everything, blah, blah, blah. It's freaking amazing. The speed is really good in turn-based RPGs because it implies a turn order and everything, right? Except if you use Trick Room and everything, right? But whatever, that's another topic. Doom the Desire and Purge Song. I put those two because they have to do with the logic of turns, right? Yeah,
and then with the Time Mage, it makes sense.
Exactly, it has to have the ability to manipulate how turns are played, right? Anyway, I love this class. This class is really freaking OP in Final Fantasy V as well, for obvious reasons. I made it light type because light speed and everything, right? Like it pertains to themes of cosmicism, I guess. So yeah, it makes sense. Okay, Green Mage. I already explained. Is that
out of all the classes, this is the one that looks the best.
Yes, yeah. Because you're going to see is the one that resembled its sprite. Yeah, the sprite the most. And it is incomplete, by the way. It has flaws, but whatever. Ghost type is based on Meteor Bruce, whatever the hell she's called. And so what it does is Hypnosis, Curse, Dream Eater, Malignant Chain, like elements that pertain to that theme. Okay, so yeah. And this is the part. Do you want to do a Pokemon battle with this team?
Yeah, let's go into it. Because that would be pretty interesting. The reason why it is kind of like more based on Gen 5, right? But let's go into the battle and then, because it is turn-based, so...
Yeah, and you will figure it out. It will be a triple battle, by the way, Andreas. And this is an Aphelion, by the way. I use the sprite of as a placeholder right now. The sprite of Pheromosa, right?
Yeah.
Because they are the ones that look the most like an Aphelion in my mind. You're going to see. I also made a sprite for the trainer, and that's how I imagine the Aphelions to look. The alien race that I created, right? I created an alien race called the Aphelions, and the Aphelions are like basically they are the ones that created these mimics that humanity represents, right? The humanity is in this lore is not aware that they are mimics, but the Philians know. Okay, not all of them, but most of them know this fact. It will be 3v3 and get ready. It has the same team as you do, by the way.
Okay.
So the same typings and everything. That's an Ephelian, blah blah, Curator Harriet, whatever.
And like very tall.
And the yeah, exactly. And the Pokeballs are crystals.
Oh yeah, that's cool. What does shift do? What is special?
Nothing. You can select it. I'm going to tell you some tips. For example, remember, like this is nuclear element, Dragonclaw, and the Black Mage is Thunder type, right? It is electric.
And so it beats. Okay, so nuclear beats electric. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know what? I actually think I'm gonna focus down White Mage.
With what? By the way, I need to tell you on which Pokemon each class is based on. The White Mage is based on Blissey, on Chansey basically. So it has its stats and everything, like very similar stats. I modified very little about them.
All right.
So you can make your tactical choices based on that.
Yeah.
And by the way, they are shiny. This is why they look like this.
I'm just gonna Dragon Claw the White Mage.
Okay. What else? Now the Red Mage.
Let's see.
The Red Mage is very weak, but you have to do with this. This is how it is in Final Fantasy, by the way. They don't excel at anything.
So I'm actually...
In the late game, they fall off.
The White Mage was light, right? It was based on Fairy.
Yes,
yeah, so
light type.
Let's just Fire Fang the White Mage as well.
No, but remember that it is light type. In my system, fire does not beat light because light comes out of fire.
Yeah. Okay. Let's. I forgot about that. Okay, so go back. You know what? Let's just use Slash because that should just be neutral, right?
Yeah, neutral. Exactly. Yes. Now the White Mage, what do? You got Holy Heal Pools.
Yeah, we
light screen.
Let's just light screen. Buff the team.
Yeah, very obvious. Yeah. I also do this. Okay, perfect.
And I do like that.
You're Wire type. Okay, you lost the Blue Mage. The Blue Mage is Wire type. Yep.
Alright. And they also set up a light screen. Which is fine. Let's see.
Okay, now you have to switch up. I think that you will lose this, by the way.
Yeah. You know what? Send in...
you have these 3 choices.
Yeah. Send in the Time Mage.
Okay, that is a good choice, actually.
I think we're just gonna try and do some setting up right here. Okay, so it's... Well, I don't really mind the Holy. You know what? Let's set up a Hastega.
Which is Tailwind.
Yeah.
Are you sure about this, by the way? Well, whatever. I wouldn't do this
like
because I already know this fight. But
I want the speed because they went before me, and I'm gonna assume the Time Mage is fast. And since we did so little to the White Mage,
because it's based on Blissey, and Blissey has a lot of freaking HP.
The Black Mage, it was what was the typing?
Thunder. You don't have anything that is effective against him right now.
Alright.
You lost the only one that could do something.
You know, I'm gonna Ice Shard the White Mage as well.
Ice Shard is such a freaking low level spell though. It sucks.
Yeah, but the Raid Mage, I'm like, if Slash did that much, I'm like, I'm going for like physical attacks. Since they
it
have
doesn't matter if you lose anyway. I can show you who to win the fight later. But
yeah. So, can I use Holy? Or is it grayed out?
You can use it, but it's Solar Beam. It's going to take 2 turns.
Yeah, but...
And you're probably going to get focused in the next turn, by the way. Yeah. They're probably going to kill your White Mage.
Well, let's try it anyways. It's not like the White Mage can do anything. So...
Okay, it is light elemental. This is what I don't like, by the way, about 3v3s in Pokemon with the rule set. Yeah, they don't let you target all of them, right? Like, you can only target the ones that are close to you.
Yeah, there are certain moves that can target cross. Like, I think Pulse moves and Flying type moves can do that.
But it's very few, but yeah.
Yeah, but let's just Holy the Black Mage.
Okay. Nothing. Okay, Blizzard, it hits everyone, by the way.
Yeah, but I have light screen up, so...
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. I'm setting up Unholy, and...
Okay, setting up. Dead. Gone.
That's fine.
Now Chase casting Holy. What do you send? You only have these two choices right now.
Send in
Mage
the
and
Black
Green
Mage. I think.
Okay.
No, let's go for
It
DPS.
is the best offensive type. The Black Mage, by the way, is based on Alakazam.
Alakazam, alright, so high special attack.
Yeah, okay. What do you do with the Time Mage? It is the fastest, by the way.
Yeah. Now, Meteor. Is Meteor super effective against anything?
Against the Black Mage, yeah.
Okay, let's do that on the Black Mage.
With the Red Mage, what do you do? It sucks, but whatever. You can do
Yeah,
This is how the class is in Final Fantasy. By the way.
just slash the White Mage.
Okay, that's a good decision. Yeah, sure.
And
What do you do
then
with
here-
the Black Mage?
The Black Mage, you know, I'm gonna set up a Calm Mind.
That's a bad idea, but yeah, whatever.
Because we're gonna have, you know, some extra speed for at least 3 more turns after this, so...
Okay, Meteo, boom. It didn't die because it has a higher
Yeah,
special defense.
And the light screen.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Ooh, it's frozen. It's over, dude.
It's fine.
Your best party member is frozen, man. It's over, man.
Alright. Let's go to
Oh
the
my
Time
God.
Mage. And... I'm just gonna Meteor again. The same
I think that
guy,
the best
Black
strategy
Mage.
the best strategy to make a comeback, by the way, Andreas, would have been to do a Parrot Song, because it's extremely freaking overpowered in 2v3s. Because you force everyone that is out, right, to die basically in like 3 turns. You're going to see. It's
Yeah.
mega freaking overpowered.
Do they
Anyway,
not
Slash
switch?
again. No, because they are not. They are winning.
Alright, well, let's just slash the White Mage again. I'm hoping for a crit. And then here,
What else?
I'm gonna Blizzard and hope that I also get a freeze. I think that's pretty much all I can do.
Yep. That is a good decision. And it hits 2 targets. Okay, it's over. 2 dead. Holy shit, that kill was so good for the opponent. Oh,
Oh,
and
boy.
It froze you. Yeah. Okay.
Well, I'm gonna
that is
fall
probably
off
going to
now,
freeze
so...
you. Yeah, there you go. Perfect.
Like, my goal is to kill at least one thing. Okay, just send in a green
Okay,
mage.
you can only choose a green mage.
Let's do Malignant Chain. On the White Mage.
At least get 1 kill.
Yeah, and then
And
slash.
slash on the white mage.
Yeah. Jesus. Oh yeah, well that makes sense. If it's based on Blissey.
Holy shit, you have super bad freaking luck. It even got a paralyze. Yeah, it's over. Yeah,
Alright, then there we go. Red Mage. Let's just use
Get
heal
1
bell.
kill, yeah. Try attack, yeah. Ah, by the way, I need to change the name of that attack, because in Final Fantasy there is a try attack actually, but it's called how do you call it, like Elementaga, Elementa or something like that. So anyway, you lost. Okay, we need to restart this whole thing again.
And that was actually pretty interesting for me because, like, doing a battle, not knowing any of the stats or what is super effective versus anything, that was fun.
Thank you. And I can win because I already replayed this. Like the first time that I fought my own this battle that I made, I lost because even though we have pretty much the same movesets, I lost because I didn't knew anything about 3 versus 3 battles, which they have a complete different, I guess, paradigm, you know, like system to them and logic. Creator Harriet, this is an affiliate, by the way. This is how I imagine them. The crystals, boom, boom, boom. There you go.
Like the faces, I know you said that, you know, you haven't finished the sprites and whatever, all of that. Are the faces supposed to be that white, you know, like, it looks like they have like those like white masks
of
on?
the Philians.
Yeah.
No. Of this one in particular, it has a mask. or something like that. Because I haven't yet decided on the face that I want for them. I want them to look kind of animalistic or something like that. So and there's no AI that has been able to pick up on my concept precisely. So yeah. Anyway, so the first thing that you need to do in your first turn is Dragon Claw the Black Mage, because I think that at this point you outspeed the Black Mage and your Blue Mage is like a kind of a warrior, right? So he can attack first. This guy. This one is Latch against the White Mage because it's the most squishy target that you can do something against, and Light Screen.
No.
This is what you have to do in the first turn. Okay, it missed. Holy shit, I was super fucking lucky. There you go, bam, dead. Then it will send the Time Mage now. And the Time Mage is fucking dangerous as fuck because it has the Parrot Song. Okay, perfect. I also Light Screen up. I Slash, I don't kill. Time Mage, here it is, shiny. Now, what this fucking Time Mage will do is, because it's a 3v3, the most optimal thing that it can do is do Parrot Song. And I want to do Parrot Song back to them as well. I can also do Earthquake, which this is a good selection as well, but it will hit my Red Mage because it is not immune to ground, actually. Yeah. It is vulnerable to it, actually, because it is fire. So I do a Sketch, which will be like learning the move of the enemy, right? It will be on the Time Mage because I already know it's Parrot Song. And Parrot Song is mega OP. By the way, I didn't knew, but Heal Bell doesn't heal your party. It only erases status effects.
Yeah.
And that sucks. So it has no utility for the healer archetype, really. I need to put a heal pulse on this guy.
Yeah, I mean, Heal Bell is, pretty good when you go up against teams that do a lot of status effects, because Heal Bell also heals your party members.
Now, here actually, what is the most convenient to do is switch out the White Mage, because I cannot do anything except like Healing Witch with her. So it doesn't make sense to have her. Which
will be kind of like a waste, just killing
it will die. It will get focused down for sure. So I'm going to choose the Green Mage, I think. It's a good decision. Which is more like a shaman. There you go, Bird Song. And I will learn the Bird Song. Blue Mage uses a Sketch. There you go, bam, 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 bam. I'm doing what Blue Mages do in Final Fantasy. We just learn the moves of enemies. Okay, it's charging the Holy. Okay, now I will cast on them Parrot Song, which also counts for them, I think. Or I can cast Earthquake to rush down the White Mage.
Yeah, because wait, does Parrot Song here not affect your own allies?
No, it does. It does as well, I think.
Yeah, so they are already under Parrot Song, so using it.
And that means that it would be a waste. It's meaningless. But it is the strongest spell. It is the strongest spell for 3v3s in my opinion, though. And that's why I want to save it, though. Yeah. So I'm going to Earthquake. I don't care if I damage the Red Mage. Yeah. I still have my pocket White Mage anyway to heal. But anyway, what this is supposed to showcase is that Final Fantasy can be as tactical as Pokemon can be, right? So Final Fantasy needs a system that is more like this. Anyway, I'm going to cast probably Hypnosis is the optimal decision here. On any damage dealer, right? Because this can catch a Meteo. This can catch a Meteor or Smash or whatever. Or I can focus the Red Mage because my Green Mage has low defenses and this one is a physical attacker. But I'm going to put Hypnosis on Time Mage. I think that is the most tactical thing that I can do.
Yeah, especially in case you decide to use the Hastea or whatever.
Hastea, yeah, exactly. There you go. I'm so fucking close to killing the White Mage, and then I slash and it kills him. There you go. And it was a crit, which is good. Holy... Oh my god. Okay, nice. Okay, perfect. There you go. I'm winning. Okay, they level up. This doesn't matter. Let's go. Holy shit, a lot of freaking levels, okay?
Yeah, because it's based off of Blissey, and Blissey gives a lot of experience.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Lucky, right? In Japanese, just named Lucky. Okay, so the Blue Mage. Here, it would be a good idea to switch to the Black Mage and do a Thunder on him because he's Water type. Maybe I sacrifice my... Well, no, because it has freaking a Parrot Song. and that might come in handy.
Yeah.
So I'm going to save my guy. I'm going to switch this guy up. I can lose the red mage. The red mage is almost fucking useless anyway. So I switch to black mage, and then the red mage. I guess I can do fire fan.
Ice, or just ice shard. Well, because they are faster. So if they target it.
Oh yeah, that's true. They are going to focus this guy up. Probably on the red mage, but the red mage is fire type.
Yeah, but I mean the red mage and the time mage are gonna die from Perish Song.
Well, yeah, doing damage is whatever. Yeah. Maybe putting a curse is a good idea. Because it's going to die anyway.
Yeah, but the curse is just gonna go on. Because if the what's it called? The AI, does it switch Pokemon? It doesn't. Does it?
Rarely, but yeah, sometimes.
Because in normal Pokemon, from what I remember, is that when Perish Song goes to one turn left, they switch their party members. But I don't know if it does, because that could be something they do in like later gens. I don't actually know how it is in Gen 5.
Well, my time mage is not affected by Perish Song anyway. So I think that switching is the best strategy at this moment.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going to do that. Okay, so it goes. I switch out the blue mage as well, I think. Forewarn, Doom Desire, okay. Ah, by the way, I put Forewarn because it is a time mage. You don't need fits.
Like it can kind of
so I do some...
see the future.
Holy shit, that does a holy critical hit. Oh my god, this is bad. This is bad. Is the blue mage affected by Perish Song?
Not if it's switched out, no. So if it switches back in, it's not going to be affected by it.
I want to sacrifice the green mage. Yeah. Okay, this is a easy thunder on the blue mage. Then again ace chart. I don't care about sacrificing my.
So
this guy.
Here it would be better to just do it on the blue mage, because the time mage and the red mage are gonna die from Perish Song anyways.
The ice shard, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
And here,
and
Hypnosis is the best.
Right.
On whatever. Probably the time mage, I guess.
Very effective because it is water. Okay. This has to be a pivot to the white mage. Okay, so perfectly holy shade survived. That's bad. Okay. It's fucking me up now. Okay, 0. Okay, there you go. Yes, the whole team dies with Perish Song. And now this affected
not
more
the blue
them.
mage.
Not the blue mage.
Yeah, it will be.
Or my light mage or my black mage either.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. I think that I'm winning right now. Okay, green mage. I'm going to bring in the white mage. Wait, do my 2 middle Pokemon are dead? I think so, right? So it would be better to have this one, the blue mage here, right? Yeah, okay. I made the right decision.
Oh, yeah.
The blue mage in the middle, the white mage in the other fucking side. And then I'm going to cast a heal pool to heal the party. Possibly. I hope that it doesn't get the focus down. If they focus my white mage, I am probably fucked. So another thunder on this fucker, on the blue mage. Then no, this is a bad idea. Probably like a freaking flamethrower on the green mage because it's neutral to it, and then heal pulse on. Wait, what? Heal pulse is like selective. It's not like AOE.
Yeah, it is. Like.
Oh, that fucking sucks, man.
Because it heals,
then
50%. It would be way too strong if it healed, all party members.
But you can do that in freaking Final Fantasy though. But anyway, whatever.
I mean,
which one
I
is
don't
more
know
convenient?
if this move exists in Gen 5, Well, Malignant Chain doesn't exist either, but it is here. Life Dew is a move that heals you and your party member, and that heals.
Which one is more? Which one is more convenient to heal? The blue mage or the black mage? The blue mage is more of a physical attacker, and it is Perish Song, and that is really good.
Well, Perish Song would kill you as well. So in this case, Perish Song is worthless, but it probably is still better to heal the blue mage. Because I don't know, is the black mage strong against the green mage? I don't know.
No, their black mage is the red mages are dead. The only ones alive are these two, the blue mage and the green mage.
No, your black mage. Like when it comes to healing. I missed.
Fuck, I missed. That's bad. Holy fucking shit.
Well, at least it will heal. Your black mage will be healed if it lives. Oh.
No, I think that I lost. I lost. There's no way that I can do anything here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I lost. So yeah, so even I programmed this shit like too fucking hard, I guess. I fucked up. Yeah, it's over.
Yeah. I mean, not necessarily.
See what I told you? Like, fucking Peahc Song can fucking turn around a fucking 3v3 a lot by a fucking long shot. Like, it's not even fucking close. And it was because the Peahc Song fucking went down, dude. It's so fucking OP, dude. I should have used that shit myself, actually.
Well, it wouldn't have helped you there because they were already under a Perish Song. So if you use Perish Song when they use Perish Song, it doesn't really benefit you.
But anyway, you saw the system like Final Fantasy. My point is, Final Fantasy can be way fucking harder because of a system like this. If Final Fantasy had an elemental system, you can strategize in so many other ways, right? So that's the problem basically. Final Fantasy always had a very easy system where you can use the strongest spell and spam that and win, and that's it. That's all you do. Yeah, that's my plan basically. I suggest adding a freaking this kind of elemental system to Final Fantasy will make it more fun, I think. And that's basically it, really. Then you had Ratata.
Like a Ratata, go blue mage, slaughter this rat.
Went to use a fucking Dragon Claw, whatever. But yeah, you saw my idea. Like
yeah,
it's really good. If it had modern graphics, if it used like the graphics of Expedition 33. It would be a fucking success. Like, I still think that turn-based can be fun, as I have explained before.
Yeah, because, I really like turn-based games. I do, and then the thing about Expedition 33 is that it does do that bridge, right? There is like that. I never played the game, but I've seen a whole lot of videos play it, where it is kind of like a parry mechanic, whatever.
Yeah, I do not exactly like that. I would have that rule to be able to parry enemy attacks, but only of melee enemies. When you get attacked in a neutral way, like by a slash or something like that, right? Or cut or whatever, scratch. You can parry those, but I wouldn't make a system that makes you to be able to parry special attacks, for example, right? Like magic attacks. That makes no sense to me. Anyway, I also made other jobs. You know, the alchemist. And by the way, yes, it has a chicken knife because that exists in Final Fantasy. In Final Fantasy, there is a knife called the chicken knife. Here's the black mage, by the way, and they have a 1 in the name, so they are on the top of the queue in here, right? Of the roster, basically. I still need to fix this in Photoshop. It's a little bit dirty, this texture. Yeah. The blue mage, the green mage. You said that this one is the best, and yeah, I agree. My team for the green mage was more like a shamanic kind of a spellcaster. Because it's supposed to represent the previous iterations of magic, you know, when magic was more intertwined with the spirits and everything and all of that.
Yeah, more wild.
When it was wilder, yeah, exactly. Yeah. More pagan. The gun mage, this exists, by the way, this is lighting. This exists in Final Fantasy 10 Part 2. There's a Part 2 of Final Fantasy 10, and it has the gun mage. And basically, it's basically a gunner that has elemental bullets, and that's it. Yeah, they do various super effectives. It would be like the equivalent of having a Hitmonchan, right? That does a lot of fire punch, thunder punch, and all that, right? The elemental punches. The knight, this is the archetypical warrior with high defense and everything. Yeah. The knight in Final Fantasy is very similar to Agron, so I made this character based on Agron. So yeah, this is a defensive type, but it has very low magic defense, right? Like the special defense. Yeah. The ninja, this focuses more on poison, and also it can and a lot of double attacks. You know, the technician, right? like moves like Fury Cutter and stuff like that, right?
Like one thing that I do like here is that the back sprite and the front sprite are different. So it's kind of like, the back sprite are the hero
Your allies, your
characters,
party members.
and
Exactly.
the front
And the
sprites
other ones.
are, just the enemy types. So it doesn't need to look like
Exactly
the
like my
back
character,
sprites, while it's
Yeah,
still
not exactly,
serving
yeah.
the function.
Exactly, yeah. That was my logic as well. But I might modify this. I might make them the same sprite, actually. The same character, just facing the front. I might make that later. If I decide to complete this, right? Because I'm doing this for my argument,
Yeah.
The Time Mage already saw, it's freaking OP. As it is in Final Fantasy, and the White Mage. And then normal Pokemon. Here.
Oh,
yeah,
it
that
even
was
had
my-
Legend ZA forms, okay.
And I also added, my lore, my own headcanon things into it, like the Ephelians and everything, like the alien race and everything that created the mimics, blah blah blah. This is just to give flavor to the world, right?
Yeah.
This doesn't necessarily have to be Final Fantasy. That is my own headcanon, but it will be cool to have a story like that, where the humans are not really the protagonists. Well, no, not really in that world, right? Like they were created, something like that. Some plot twist like that would be fun. Anyway,
Yeah, because
my point is.
because they kind of are the protagonists still, because you're playing them, right?
You're playing as them, yeah.
Yeah.
Like basically, the story that I'm planning, I do not even know if I'm going to finish this bullshit, but whatever. It might stay a demo, right? If I do finish it, I want the story to be like that Ephelian that you saw, Harriet, right? The one that I battled.
Yeah.
Is mass producing a lot of mimics to go attack like in a Dark Souls fashion, right? Like the Chosen Dead. He's sending a lot of freaking of those guys on a mission to fight some other guys on some competition. It can be another Ephelian, or it can be a freaking a main flyer, which is an enemy in Final Fantasy that is like a Cthulhu kind of another race, right? So basically, like the Ephelians have a rival species that they are fighting with their technology, right? And they are mass producing mimics and sending them to die, right? As their drones, basically. And that is what your player character represents, right? That trainer and everything. Like it's a mass produced type of trainer that has failed a lot of times. That clone has died a lot of times, and it keeps being produced until it arrives at its objective and it wins, right? So sorry to be so rambly, but you get what I mean.
Yeah, I mean, like, to do that kind of like world building.
Yeah,
that
it's very
is-
little world building. Like it's kind of like it's more like lore building. It's more like Dark Souls, where you don't explain a lot. You leave it out to interpretation. So what I will have to do in this context to pull off that idea, it would be to in the course of your journey, you find a lot of corpses, right? Dead corpses of trainers that look exactly like you, and then you start wondering, well, what happened here? Why this fucking trainer looks like me, and what do they have a similar party to me, right? And it is because they are being mass produced. That they are actually mimics, right? They are blood mimics that are being mass produced by the Ephelians to attack their natural enemies, right? Their competition, the other alien species that they are fighting against. And that's what humanity is ultimately. Ultimately, humanity in this world represents a weapon of war, basically. A weapon of mass destruction, I guess.
Yeah, and that
Like
is
the Sentinel
very
thing.
like Final Fantasy, right? Like going up
Not
against,
really, no, that's-
like going up against the gods. Wasn't that something?
Ah, well,
with
yeah.
Final Fantasy, the ones that I've played, I think, it was kind of like
Yeah, at the end, yes. But here you're not fighting gods. You're fighting another alien species. That would be like the stand-in for the gods, I guess.
yeah, kind of because they're like your creators.
Yeah, they are your creators. They are like your gods, basically. But yeah, that would be the lore. Something like that would be the lore. And I also want to do something with Mega Evolutions as well. Will I finish this? Probably not. It's a lot of work, but we'll see. Like I just made this to drive home the point that Final Fantasy can be a fun turn-based RPG, and they need to embrace that type of gameplay again, because it can be very it can go very much in depth, right? It can be very deep and fun and everything, and customizable and everything, right? However, one thing that I don't like from Pokemon is that you cannot exactly choose the EVs and everything, right? You have to slay a certain type of Pokemon to level up in the manner that you want to level up.
Yeah.
If I were to make if I were to rearrange the whole system of Final Fantasy, it would be like on level up, you get banked your stat point increases, right? Yeah, just like in Dark Souls, that you can choose to specialize on whatever stat that you want. I will prefer that. The more customizable it is, the better. The more fun it is. You can make a magic attack based knight if you want. Okay, it wouldn't be very effective, but you can do that if you want. Supposedly, the Final Fantasy developers, Squaresoft, Square Enix, whatever, they've been in contact with the developers of Expedition 33. So supposedly they bounced ideas off each other and all of that. I hope that is the case, because it would be good.
I mean, what is it about Final Fantasy, Expedition 33, when it comes to like the battling system, where you're kind of like, that is like an improvement?
I do not think it was super revolutionary. What they did that was super revolutionary was that when you use a skill, the skills that you use have a different gameplay. A window of different gameplay. For example, if you use a gun ability in the game, you get to aim your gun and you get to headshot the enemy. Even though the enemy doesn't move, right? Because it's a turn-based RPG, it's just standing. But it has a mechanic where you can headshot enemies and do bonus damage with that ability, with the gun ability or whatever.
But basically, it gives you like an automatic crit in a sense.
Yeah, basically something like that.
And if you want to put in the effort, then you get a little bit of a reward. Yeah,
and it also has other abilities that can do multi-hits. If you keep your lock on, your lock on button pressed, and then you press your attack button at a certain time, and you have to have timing. So basically, the abilities in Expedition 33 are like mini games that revamp they revamp the gameplay for a moment, right? That they keep it exciting and novel and different.
Yeah, because when I when I looked at that, it's kind of like, I both like it and dislike it. Obviously, I like, for example, I would not want Pokemon to be like that at all. Like, I want Pokemon to still be the way it is. But I do think in games like Final Fantasy,
it would fit.
Getting that, basically, quick time events.
In the abilities, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
When you use a skill or a move.
Just a basic attack, getting, like, if you do the quick time event, you get a little bit of a bonus. I think that's fine. I do think when it comes to, defensively, I do think what you said there, that when it comes to like physical, you can maybe get like a parry that like parries 100% of damage. But I do think as a way to not make ranged attacks like too overpowered compared to melee, I do think there should be
like a guard,
like a guard or something against that. Maybe it doesn't.
That does not nullify damage, but it decreases it, right?
Yeah, decrease it depending on whatever,
On your timing, I guess. Yeah, something like that would be the system, like some amalgamation of all the concepts that I showcased, that I explained.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot, and you've said that. So.
And I said that, yeah, and I said at the end of my video, at the end of the tier list, I said that it's possible to fix Final Fantasy, the turn-based ones. But it is not easy. It is definitely not easy. You have to make complex systems. And that's just how it is. That's real life. You have to put in the effort. It's not as simple as, making cool characters and that's it. Like Clive in Final Fantasy 16. That was a cool protagonist and everything, but the game flopped because it was freaking Devil May Cry. It went against all the identity of Final Fantasy. That was such a fucking mistake, by the way. But yeah, they need to bring back the fucking job class system. And they need to make a complex elemental system. And allow for customization of builds. And that's it. And allow us to make our own custom classes. That would be so freaking fun.
I mean, that probably would be fine. I do think when it comes to Pokemon is kind of like, it's complex in its simplicity. It is very simple. And I think, but I don't know if that would work in like this, in Final Fantasy, doing it.
It's also very simple. It's also very simple with its skills. I just showed you. Like, you used to spam the strongest attack and that's it and win. There is not.
No, but in the case of like wanting to combine, to have that Pokemon system with the job system, like it's like complexities built on top of each other.
I think it can work. I don't see why not. The job classes work as Pokemon. You're selecting your element when you select the job class. The resistances and the freaking and the weaknesses, right? And you can also combine other classes, right? When you combine the other class, you don't get the typing. Not exactly. You only get the abilities that you want to select from it if you have mastered that job class. And I will have to make this system as well to showcase it. Like, it could be super fucking fun, to be honest. I promise you. But it's difficult to showcase it. a combination of Final Fantasy V and Pokemon would be really freaking fun.
And obviously,
Anyway,
it's
so,
only been a week, right? So, I mean...
Yeah. I don't think that I can program something that complex, to be honest, because I'm getting hard-carried by the Pokemon system that was already made up for me. I didn't program any of the tools that I used that I showcased in the demo. That I So yeah, something like I plan on making a video explaining this in better detail, in more clear and more concise detail. Because here it was way too rambly, and it's already been like an hour, by the way. So yeah, this is a long topic in itself. I didn't realize this. Do you want to leave it here? Do you want to close up?
Yeah, I actually think that's pretty good. We'll see, like, when I then do editing, we'll see what ends up happening.
Sorry if my explanation was way too scatterbrained, but it is what it is. I think that I showcased like the main beats, of the gist of the argument, I guess. Have you ever made a game, by the way, Andreas?
No, I haven't. I have thought about making.
I think that you would make a good Pokemon game, a good Pokemon-like, because you have a lot of experience with its systems and everything.
Yeah, I have experience in like playing it, but like for example, like I'm terrible at like actual like team building. Like when I play like quote unquote competitive, I only play like bats. There's like random battles where you get like a random
pretty much
team.
what you did in my example. It was basically a random battle.
Yeah.
You didn't know what to expect or anything.
Yeah, but in the case of Pokemon, like I know all of the Pokemon stats, and I know their typings. I kind of
and the moves that they learn and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, so I kind of like have that to go off. I don't think I would be very good at coming up with this thing is supposed to have this stats to be able to do this difficulty. Like I don't think I have that in me to do that. Like the type of
the
game
creativity
that
to make like new moves or like to make freaking the typings and the rationalizations and everything that I just explained about chemistry and all that.
Yeah, I don't think I have that.
You have to invest some time.
I do think that the type of games that I've thought about doing is like a side-scrolling platformer, kind of like Donkey Kong Country.
Yeah, the game rocks, by the way. Amazing music as well.
That I've thought about, and I thought about like doing just like a fan game, like a Fomoko Donkey Kong Country like fan game, where it's kind of like maybe like 1 or 2 levels, like a level and then a boss fight.
Like with VTuber characters or something like that, right?
Yeah, basically it's Fomoko.
Like I was saying, I do feel like I'm creative, like coming up with systems and everything. But I'm not very talented, programming or drawing, doing fucking visual arts or whatever. That is my problem. And I'm also super fucking lazy. Super fucking lazy. If I could be an ideas guy, in a fucking game development studio, that would be like the best role for me. But all of those are taken because those are the most comfy positions. The least work. The least work for the most reward, I guess, right?
Yeah, just
and those
coming
people
up
are
with
usually
ideas, tell people, okay, this is the idea I have, now go and do it.
Yeah, go and do it and call it like that. That's the...
Like, figure out how it works.
Everyone would love to have a job like that. That is what Hideo Kojima does, for example. The guy from the Metal Gear series and everything. Death Stranding and all that. He's the ideas guy. So yeah, like I can be an ideas guy. And I can be a really good ideas guy, but I cannot do I cannot put in the work. I'm too lazy. That is my issue.
You have started, like a ROM hack,
Yeah. I showcase what I want to showcase. I'm going to make a video about this as well, like I said, in more detail and everything, with less fluff, because I really need to drive to the point, exactly to the freaking point.
I think that would be good.
Because holy shit, it was way too rambly. Way too freaking rambly. But showing by example, I think that showing by example is the main thing, and I was able to do that.
Do you have anything more you want?
That's it. That's what I want to showcase. Really, it was a pleasure, talking to you again. To be honest, it was relaxing, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I will say for me, I'm a bit overwhelmed.
But
yes. I mean, makes sense.
So sorry for that, but
no,
it's how it is.
No need.
It had to be a fucking rambly. If you can cut the fucking rambles, the fucking fluff, the redundancy and everything, do so, please. Because there will be so much, man. Anyway, that's it. Like, if you want to go without an outro, or do your outro.
That was the podcast. Don't really have much more to say. Like, I think we've said everything we want, so... hopefully.
I guess we can talk politics, but that will be way too rambly as well. That will be like another hour.
Yeah.
To recap on everything on Israel, on Iran, and everything. Like, holy moly! Like, no, I'm not down to do that right now.
Yeah, and that would probably be better to not be in the same podcast as we're talking about, like a fun ROM hack idea.
Yeah, it doesn't fit it as well at all. Even though the story that I'm planning is a little bit based on that, by the way, on the current politics of today. Actually, I want to make like a death cult, like something akin to Islam for the villains, for the mind flyers and everything, like their religion that they have and everything. I want to make it very similar to Islam.
And the affiliates are creating their American American mimics.
Yeah, Mary Golems or something like that. Yeah, exactly. Like freaking Mary Golem, like the Goyim. The Goyim are the mimics, and the affiliates are like the Jews or the Israelites or something like that. That was so fucking interesting. I thought about something like that, by the way. Something like that is going to fit into the lore. You're going to see like maybe. I'm too lazy to make that shit like right now. That is also a lot of fucking work. And it wouldn't be the first, by the way. I believe that Final Fantasy Tactics, the one for the PlayStation 1, was based on the war of Bosnia versus Herzegovina or whatever the fuck it's called. Yugoslavia and the Yugoslavian wars. Okay, it's based on that, actually. Supposedly, I need to revisit that story and see what elements are based on that. But supposedly, like a genocide happens, blah, 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 like the Bosnian genocide and everything. And it gets interesting. It has undertones such as that. Anyway, yeah, whatever. That's what I want to say. That's it. I'm off, Andreas. Like, that's it. It was very rambly. I'm sorry, but I hope that it was interesting for you. And that's it.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.